After you've painted your background color, you're ready to start adding some details onto your alebrije. And we are going to start out by painting facial features onto it and some contour lines. Remember, contour lines are the lines that show definition. It shows where the arms and legs are, and other details that you would want your viewer to see on your alebrije.
You can start off, if you're more comfortable, with a pencil. Again, as always, when we're working in pencil, we're going to use with a light touch so that it's not really dark. We don't want to have to add a ton of extra layers of paint to cover up the pencil. So we're just going to work lightly. So I might add the eyes. Ooh, I've got some loud kids right outside my door. I've got that. If you'll remember, this was supposed to be kind of a bunny face, so I'm going to add this. Okay, and then it's kind of a combination bunny cat. I remember I had a back leg that was like this, and I had front legs. So I'm going to do this. Okay, and there, this kind of helps to define what's what on this little creature. And then I can paint over that. I can start painting on the details of the face. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with, now, oh, notice I've got this paintbrush. And notice this too. Look at how yellow this paint water is. If your paint water is so murky that when you put your paintbrush in like that, you really cannot see past where it hits the water, that means that this is so much paint in here. And it's going to change the color of the paint. It's going to actually add yellow, or whatever this color is, to the color of your paint. So you're going to want to get up and switch this out. If it gets murky like that, switch it out. Go get some clean water. Remember, we only fill our dog dish about halfway so that we don't spill it when we're walking around our crowded classroom. So I'm just going to pretend like I have gone and gotten some clean water, because I have some ready to go, because I knew I would need that water. There we go. I got my clean water. I've got my sponge back. I did not lose that. And I'm going to start painting with this small brush. I'm going to kind of zoom in here. Now, this is a wet on dry technique that I'm using. So I'm just going to make sure my brush is clean and scoop up some of that paint. Now, remember, on our paintbrush, I'm only going to dip the toe into the paintbrush, or into the paint, because we learned about brush care before, and we really, with this acrylic paint, even more than with the watercolor paint we were using before, we really want to make sure that we are taking excellent care of our brushes, because that acrylic paint, as you know, can change into a hard plastic when it dries. In my palette, I've chosen a few colors. Now, because of our limited amount of time, I would only recommend getting maybe 2 colors a day. So I have all of these colors. I would limit myself, if I were you, just get 2 colors. I'm going to be doing a whole lot all at one time. But in our class period, we don't have that much time. So you get 2 colors a day, and that should do it for you. We don't want to see the pencil marks, so make sure you cover those up. I'm taking my time, right? I don't want to rush and make this look messy. I want it to look as neat as I can make it. Okay, I'm going to let these eyes dry, and then I will add more detail. Remember, swish, 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 scrape off the side, 4 X's, and then I can move on. For his little snout here, I think what I'm going to do is, oh, let's see. So I'm just using my brush to get a little bit of yellow out. I'm putting it in my center part. I'm going to clean my brush, because I'm about to get just a little bit of that red, or that orange, sorry. That looks like red, but it's orange. Okay, I'm going to get just a little bit. I'm going to work it into that yellow, because I want it to be a yellow-orange. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to do the rest of my contour lines. And I really do like that yellow orange. So I think what I'm going to do is make some more of that. And I'm going to do my contour lines in that color. And these contour lines are showing, details of my animal. So it doesn't just look like a big blob. This also might help me when I get down to doing the details and the patterns on it to help me separate where everything should go. Now I've decided I'm going to do a little bit of a contour line here to define where the head is. I just think it's going to help my design. If you like, this isn't necessary, but you can put contour lines around the edges of your creature. But again, that is up to you. I'm going to try it just because I want to see how it looks. Again, you do not have to do this. This is if you want to do this part, you can, but you don't have to. You do have to put some contour lines to define the shapes of what you have here. So again, it does not look like just a blob. It'll give your creature a little definition. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is give the cat, or this little animal, some eyes. I'm going to paint in the features of its snout. I don't have white paint right now, but when I do, I'm going to put his little bunny teeth there too. One thing I'm noticing that I don't love is my pencil is really showing. So I'm going to want to do what? What can I do to fix that? I'm going to put another layer and make sure my paintbrush is nice and dry. And I'm going to put more paint over this in the hopes that if I do that, it's going to cover up the pencil. I really don't want pencil marks on this. I want to add something to those eyes, make them pop a little more. So I'm going to outline them. I'm really taking my time. And that's it for now. I'm going to come back in a little bit and do some patterns.